Look, I know how you feel. You started learning to be a video editor after watching some random YouTube video and you got the itch. You get filled with excitement thinking about the freedom you could have, your own schedule, quitting your job, and not having a boss. But it's been a week or two now, maybe even months, and you're still frustrated with your progress or lack thereof. You don't even know where to start. You feel like you keep trying to do this course or that tutorial, but it's the same thing all over again. One step forward and 2 steps back. What if there was a blueprint you could follow and more importantly trust to get you from where you are now to where you want to be? Well, I've been on the same journey as you for a few months now, and maybe I'm not a complete expert yet, but I have learned a thing or two on this journey that I think is valuable, and today I'm gonna share it with you. I'm going to be breaking down a complete step-by-step roadmap to take you from 0 to hero. The exact roadmap I wish I had when I started. You see, learning to be a video editor doesn't have to be an endeavor filled with complications, angst, and frustration. I'm not putting a time frame on this roadmap. However, I do believe that if you follow this to a T, you'll be able to save countless hours of pain on your way to becoming a pro editor. But here's the thing. If you really want to get the most out of this, you need to not only follow each step, but really understand the necessity behind each step. Something that can only be done by watching and listening to my every point, especially the last. Because without it, well, you know the drill. It'll be 1 more step forward and 2 more steps back. Step 1, your why. I know this is cliche and really kind of annoying, so I won't spend too much time on this, but from what I've seen and experienced so far, if you don't have a strong why, you probably won't make it too far in this space. You see, if you started learning video editing because you thought you could use it to quit your job in a few weeks or to blow up a new YouTube channel in a month, then you're likely to be disappointed. It won't take you much time to realize this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, and this will take an enormous amount of effort to get your editing business off the ground. A strong why will keep you going when times get tough. But if you know this is what you want to do and you have a strong why, then with that out of the way, we can dig into the good stuff. But first, you need to make an important choice. Step 2, software selection. A lot of editors start out jumping from software to software, never really sticking with one long enough to get really good. I would suggest picking one software and sticking with it for a while. I personally recommend using Adobe Premiere Pro and After Effects, but I also know a lot of good editors who strictly use DaVinci Resolve or Final Cut Pro. Simply put, pick a software in the beginning and stick with it for a while in order to become really good at it. When you have split focus on multiple different softwares, you usually end up not getting very good at any of them. With your software selected, you now have my full permission to dive right into learning the fun stuff, all about editing. Step 3, fundamentals. In my other videos, I've talked about not getting trapped in tutorial hell and spending as little time as possible with them. But in the very beginning, it is important to take some courses and watch some tutorials. I would try to learn as much as you can about 4 different points in order of importance. Number 1, technical skills. This is so that you can actually edit with your chosen software. Number 2, storytelling, so you can learn how to keep viewers engaged. Number 3, design skills, so that things look good on your edits. And number 4, animation skills, so that you can bring your edits to life. In this step, I recommend spending roughly 20 to 40 hours on learning these skills and then stop there. Yes, stop. Once you've put in this amount of hours into learning the fundamentals, the law of diminishing returns kicks in quickly. You will learn a lot at the start, but at a certain point, more courses won't help you very much. To level up from here, you must implement what you've learned. Step 4, pump out content. Start editing as many videos as you can. This step is where you focus hard on getting as much reps as you possibly can. I would recommend having at least a general idea of what niche you want to edit for example, long form or short form content, and start editing that. Take what you learned in step 3 and implement it however you can. There are many ways to go about this, all of which are fine. For example, you can join an editing group online that has raw footage that you can download and use, or you could just shoot your own videos of yourself and edit those. No one needs to see it first if you don't want, but just try your best to implement what you learned in step 3 and experiment. 1 hour of deep work editing your actual video and figuring out things along the way is worth 10 hours spent on a course. In this stage, also learn how to stay organized. As you start to create more and more projects and download more and more assets for each, you'll quickly see the need to become organized. I would recommend creating a set folder structure that you can follow to easily locate your various projects. Again, it doesn't matter exactly how you get videos to start editing, as long as you do and you start practicing as soon as possible. Now that you have a bunch of edited videos under your belt, it's time to check a few things to see what we can possibly improve upon. Step 5, reflection. This is a very crucial step so many editors skimp out on, and I get it. It can be uncomfortable looking at something we spend a lot of time and energy on, all to just pick it apart bit by bit and point out all the flaws. But this is where so much learning can happen if we can just be disciplined and spend time reflecting on our work. After every video you do, once you're completely done, watch it over a few times and have a set amount of pre-prepared questions to ask yourself. Ask yourself things like, what did I do well and what could I improve on? What do I rate this on a scale of 1 to 10 overall, as well as within other categories such as story, animation, pacing, etc. If you do this consistently, you'll start to notice things that you can improve upon for future videos that may have been swept under the rug if you didn't spend any time reflecting on your work. This is how you can make improvements quickly without going years keeping the same deficiencies in your edits. But there's one last step, and that's to take everything you've done so far and repeat. Step 6, never stop learning. When you look at the top performers in any industry, whether it's sports, music, business, or video editing, one common trait stands out above all else. They're lifelong learners. The best of the best recognize that mastery isn't a final destination, it's a continuous journey. They commit themselves to an ongoing cycle of learning new skills, applying what they've learned, reflecting critically on their performance, and then repeating this cycle again and again. With video editing specifically, this philosophy of constant learning becomes even more essential. Editing trends evolve rapidly. If you decide you know enough and stop seeking out new skills, styles, or techniques, you risk getting left behind. Keeping an open mind and proactively seeking new information ensures you remain adaptable, relevant, and always a step ahead. Save some time here and there to scroll on YouTube and Instagram and watch content from creators you like. If you notice a new style you really like and want to learn, make some time in your schedule to figure it out. Break down the work of editors you admire and continuously expand your toolkit of techniques. Embracing lifelong learning isn't just about staying current, it's also crucial to maintaining motivation and enthusiasm for your craft. Continuous learning provides fresh challenges and new milestones to aim for, helping you avoid those frustrating plateaus where you feel stuck and stagnant. Remember, improvement is incremental and cumulative. Every small thing you learn today becomes a building block for the projects you'll create tomorrow. Never underestimate the long-term impact of a daily commitment to learning. If you're serious about becoming a truly great video editor, never let yourself get complacent. Stay curious, keep learning, and you'll find yourself consistently growing, inspired, and ahead of the curve. And there you have it, the exact roadmap I wish I had when I started out. Follow these things, keep putting in the effort, and trust the process. Remember, becoming great at video editing isn't about sprinting toward a finish line, it's about consistently taking those meaningful steps forward. Stay patient, embrace the journey, and always stay open to learning. Before you know it, you'll look back amazed at how far you've come. Now it's your turn. Go out there and create something incredible.